Hello, fellow beings. How is you today? I really want to share like a self-education, the study of self summary type video. So that's what today's video is. I want to be sharing what I've been learning recently, and then we'll see where it goes from there. My favorite tools for learning, which is a regular schmegular notebook and my favorite pens, and then a DIY book that isn't quite finished yet, but is definitely serving a beautiful purpose for me. All my life, I pray for someone like you. I hope you're well. I really do. I hope you've had beautiful holiday seasons, whether you celebrate Christmas or not. Yeah, I've had a good time. There's been some energies of frustration and anger that I've had to allow myself to feel, which is funny to even say, but it's genuine because I've been very focused on staying peaceful, staying happy, and like suppressing anything else, rejecting anything else. And it's like, girl, don't you want to be healthy? You gotta embrace everything. Okay, that was bad. Anyways. So, study of self. What I'm learning is so fascinating is really to be with yourself. To be with yourself and in the different experiences and emotions that we experience. So, like anger and frustration, to actually be with myself when I feel angry rather than using all these different strategies and tools that I've been learning to avoid feeling angry, right? Rather recognizing anger as a part of the human experience and then embracing it, and in a way that doesn't breathe fire on those around me, still, because when it's suppressed, it can, I don't know, logically it could be like, okay, since it's been suppressed, if I now let go of the pressure, everything's gonna burst out like a volcano. And for me, at least, what I feel is really having the wisdom, the patience, the tuning ability to know what's okay to express in front of others rather than trying to project onto them. So with that I mean, let's say someone makes you really angry and then you express that I am angry right now, right? And then sit with that rather than trying to try and smile off or walk off the anger, but rather being present with it. I am angry right now. And not taking it further, I think. Like not telling the other person, or I think you could tell the other person, this is what is making me angry, but not making it up to them to deal with it, if that makes sense. Like you express what it is that you're feeling, but from that point on, I don't even know. I'm trying to logify this right now. I don't wanna know. If there's so many birds outside my window, let me show you. Where are they? They're there. It was snowing here the other day, so maybe that's why they're like playing around in the grass or digging around in the grass looking for. Right, because it's raining. So the worms come up, surface level, it's a feast. Makes sense. So yeah, what have I been studying? I've been studying myself, as you do in the study of self. And right now, one of my favorite teachers is Teal Swan, and I seriously never knew that she was as good as she is, because she had this filter over her that I thought, like, I really had the impression that she was not good, that she was just talking shit basically, and that I was better off not watching her videos. That's my genuine perception. And I don't even remember where I heard it from, but I remember hearing it from somewhere and believing it to the point of just like, yeah, okay, I'm not gonna go to that side of YouTube. And then I'm studying metaphysical anatomy, which basically shows you the similarity or the resonance between your emotional state of being and its expression in your physical being, because everything is connected, right? You experience your emotions through your physical being, and so it makes sense that it has an effect on the physical being. You can even feel some emotions in your body, in your physicality, so they're connected. Metaphysical anatomy shows you how they're connected, and I love it. I love it, I love it, I love it. So I was watching a video with Yvette and a lady, I think Northern Wisdom is her YouTube name, something like that. She's from Norway, which is so cool. Fellow Norwegian. And Teal was on there as well. And the conversation was so good. And the way, like, I love how genuine Teal is, how playful she is with her wisdom. It's like she's not so serious, if that makes sense. Like, she would laugh and just be very genuine and present in her state of being, and share like, oh, I felt like a lump in my throat because they were asking a question and she didn't know how the other person would respond, and just being natural. And because sometimes I get caught in the perspective that to be someone who talks about spirituality, who talks about well-being, you have to get to a point of perfection before you can share what it is you have to share, which is complete BS, because when is there ever a point of perfection? You know what I mean? But you have experience, and so when you share your experience and someone resonates with that, that's all it is. That's how I'm seeing it right now, at least. So yeah, I really appreciate how humble she is, and also how present and honest she is in her wisdom and in her being and in her sharing of all of that. So I enjoyed that very much. And then from there, I started watching her videos, and my mind is just like, because there's so many breakthroughs that are happening. Like, I felt like there was so much changing in my physical body, and something that Yvette, who is the creator of the Metaphysical Anatomy book, the writer, and also the creator of the Metaphysical Anatomy technique, which is a healing technique, she talks about that it takes 7 days for something to integrate. So when you go through and you heal something emotionally, or you become aware of it, then it takes, and you use the technique, you then need 7 days for the body to fully integrate, and for the new patterns, the new neural pathways to take shape, for you to experience that the change in your physicality and in your being. And so I really felt a headache the day after I had like the most breakthroughs, and I felt tired as well, so I allowed myself some time to relax. But then we have visitors and stuff, and so there's a lot of different energies going on externally and internally, which is probably a reflection of everything that is being brought to the surface for cleaning. So yeah, it's been really good. It's been really good. I feel in a very great place with myself, with my study of self, and with my love of self as well, my self-awareness, because I feel like I'm very aware and in practice of holding space for myself with love and feeling the healing of love. Like seeing something, for example, like my skin and the rash that I've had, and rather than looking at it like, okay, how do I dispel you? How do I get rid of you? It's more of, okay, how can I love myself even with the rash, and seeing how that has been healing of the rash. It's like, and then what Teal recently shared, it's a beautiful, like, white winged dove. She shared how when someone vacates a place, that place becomes kind of up for grabs, or something else will move in to hold that space. And it's like how I've vacated my physicality, and like how that can resonate with my skin, which I'm really excited to get the Metaphysical Anatomy book to see what connects with skin disorders or skin diseases, and connect the dots for myself. I might share that here as well. If you'd like to watch or hear about that, then I can definitely share it. Yeah, so just like, it's amazing. And to something that Teal also says is like, rather than trying to come from the point of view of healing yourself, of again getting rid of, or like if there's an aspect of you that has been holding you back, and you try to like, okay, look at it for the purpose of getting rid of it, then that creates even more rejection for yourself. That creates even more negative feelings within yourself. It's like a part of you that you've been suppressing. Now you want to look at the part that has suppressed the other part and try to reject that part as well. And it's like, what are you left with? Because then you're just rejecting yourself, rather than looking at, okay, how can I love myself even with these things that I've done that haven't been the best for me or other people? And then really practicing holding a space of love for that, and experiencing how healing that is. Yeah, feels good. So yeah, this is what I've been studying recently, what I've been working on lately. Have I told you I love you? And really communicating with yourself, meaning, okay, this is making me mad. Why is it making me mad? What is this relating with? And it is for the purpose of healing that you sit with yourself in that. And the beauty and the power of honesty, when I tell you, like, as I'm just writing down the things that I've been doing, and where those things comes from. For example, I have this energy of rebellion. I have this energy of independence, and what's the other one? Individuality is a strong one for me. I want to be an individual, and that really relates with my childhood of not feeling embraced for my individuality in many different ways. Like, we can just say for society, and that's why self-education, why I'm doing this, because I felt like the educational system, I feel like the educational system is more focused on bringing everyone together, mixing everyone around, and like streamlining people into what it believes is necessary for society, rather than recognizing the beings within society, what make up society, and thus, as you allow everyone to follow their true individuality, and for me, true individuality is beneficial always, and loving as well, as like our true nature, I don't think is, yeah. So, and to see where that comes from, how there's like broken parts of me, or parts of me that are sad, that feel suppressed, that also fuel into some of the things that I'm doing. And seeing that honestly, and not necessarily changing it, but just having more awareness of where it comes from. So if someone comes in conflict of and says, you're only doing this because of this, then you can answer with, yes, honestly, that is a part of why I'm doing this, because I felt pain in those areas before, because I felt suppressed, because I felt like my true self wasn't good enough. Now is when I am really working on and consciously practicing loving my true self, because I want to get to a place of enjoying my true self and playing in this world and existence. And I feel naturally like play is my true self, and making money in a way that feels like play, whenever, for as long as money is relevant. Having friendships and relationships that feel playful, that have humor and joy and laughter, and really seeing the whole thing. And it's really relieving, and it's really embracing again of your true self. And it goes so beautifully hand in hand with what I've been sharing recently in my videos about making peace with yourself. It's like when you're connecting with all these parts that have been suppressed, it's like you're making peace with yourself, and it feels really good. Like, I don't know if I can explain. I'm sitting very much in the emotion right now, so you might feel it with me. And yeah, it feels very nice. So yeah, I think that's what I'll have to share for now in the study of self. I'd love to hear where you are in your study of self, in your practice of loving and being aware. If you feel like you have something to share. I don't know if I'll share something before the new year. If I don't, then Happy New Year, fellow beings. It is a season amongst many others. Last year, I was actually fighting against the new year, the whole new year thing, because I was like, it's not really the new year. It's not the best part, the best um, season to embrace as a new, but there's always newness. There's always endings. It's continuous. And so just because there are other seasons, for example, the Mayan um, observation of time and space situation, the Tzolkin, which is said to be Mayan, or what's the other one? Aztec. I don't know. I wasn't there, consciously at least, from this being. That doesn't mean that the Gregorian doesn't hold some value as well, and that we can use it to our benefit. Um, yeah, I believe what makes something real, especially collectively, is the collective believing that it's real, and that is what makes it real. I think that is what has happened recently with a couple of bangs. And I'll leave it there, beautiful. Thank you for watching. Thank you so much for subscribing. Those of you who have, I really appreciate it. Yeah, I love and appreciate you. I have some exciting videos coming up. I really want to play more with cinematics, like cinematic type videos. I'd love to create that. My mom has said that she'd like to share some stuff as well, which I'm excited for. And maybe I'll get some friends involved if there's someone who's interested, to create like good content that is entertaining, that is playful, and that holds a beautiful message of resonance and of with the intention to heal, to nourish, to love, to celebrate, and to unite. Yes. All right. Sending you love, so much love, and I'll see you when I see you. Hey, hey.